mechs. Alright. Oh, I'm trying. This is Matt. I am back at Battletech. I am. I'm going to reduce the master volume again. There we go. I wanted to do a catch up on the my little Battletech career path I was doing. I put that it was end game, and so it was technically closer to the end than the beginning, but I had a lot of play since then. I can't even remember where I was at. I know that I had recently gotten some of my first heavy and assault mechs. Well, I completed the career, and it turns out the game doesn't end, which is nice to know. So any future plays, I don't have to worry about that. You do get like a final score, so if you're concerned about what you're scoring and how well you're doing, you're trying to get as much done as early as you can. But otherwise, I've triggered a nice little series of stories. We're trying to track down this old ship with some Starleague tech in it. I'm waiting for it to trigger again, and I was hoping it would trigger before the end of my game, and it didn't. So I'm kind of hanging around in this area trying to wait for it. I lost some pilots, some mech warriors. I lost Taboo, which was one of my new added ones, which I really liked, in a fight, and then I lost one of the longest serving ones I had, and that was Hazard. 942 days she was on my team. 81 deployments, 70 mech kills. Very impressive. But I had to move on, and I hired some new people to replace the ones that fell. And even they have gotten, if you notice, all my long-term ones are all maxed out now. We got 10s across the board and everything, so I'm pretty flush. And these guys rarely get hurt, but I wanted some new people. Picked up Screw Loose because I love the name. Crazy, wild, out there kind of pilot. And some of the storylines that went with it were kind of interesting too. And then I picked up this guy, Weasel Cakes. This is another one of the characters that's built on a it wasn't a Patreon, it was a Kickstarter backer for the game. And there's several of them in this. Sometime I'm going to play a playthrough where I hire every single one of them just to do it. But at a certain point, I just said, yeah, I don't need anybody else. I got more mech warriors than I know what to do with because these guys don't get hurt very often anymore. Why don't they get hurt? Well, my mech bay has changed quite a bit since the last play. I now have a number of assault mechs. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9 assault mechs, and 3, 6, 9 heavy mechs, and I got more than that actually because I have some in storage too. I still have some of my small and medium mechs, I figured, just in case I ever want to kind of blend it a little bit. I had some interesting mechs, but I'm still using the same paint scheme. I went through and I changed all the custom paints to something a little more. Most of them are using this kind of splotchy paint job, which I really liked. I got to go over these because these are really fun. So my Atlas here, it's kind of standard. It's got upgraded weapons, but it's pretty standard. Nothing too outrageous. I love my King Crab. I think I said that. I think I had this one before. I'd recently acquired it, and I've since gotten a second one. This is the original one with the two AC-20s on each of its hands. It's actually on the in. I can't see him. That must just be pop out when he opens up his claws, because I don't see anything sticking out other than this little pipe thing. And I don't think that's it. So it must be part of his inside of his hand. So when he opens up his claws, but he's just standard. He's got those two, and he's got an LRM 10 on his shoulder. He's a heavy hitter. And then I got this guy, and for a while I had him with a Gauss rifle in one hand and some small lasers in the other one. But I finally picked up another Gauss rifle. Actually, I've picked up I think 4 or 5 now through going to the correct, certain worlds. And I finally was able to do it. If you can get a Gauss rifle in both, in multiple locations, in both arms, if you will, that's a 1-2 punch. It's just bam, bam. A single Gauss rifle hit can take out most mechs if you hit them in the right place. And you saw my mech warriors are all pretty top notch. Or anymore, if I just go for a headshot, I've been getting some mech knockouts just on the opening salvo. Boom, hit him in the head, boom, takes out their mech. And I end up with a really good opportunity. If I really, really want that mech, I can get a whole mech just by picking up the 3 pieces. But anyway, so he's got 2 Gauss rifles. He also has an assortment of lasers, medium lasers, a bunch of small lasers that are all souped up. If you notice, almost every single weapon that I have on all of these mechs is now super upgraded. One of the most recent ones I picked up is the Bull Shark. Bull Shark was created by the creators of this game. It's not a canon one that goes back to the Battletech people. This is one that they designed specifically for their game, and he's a pretty big heavy hitter. His right arm, he's got a couple of, they got the Ultra Auto Cannon as well as the LB-10X. So there's 2 auto cannon variants on both of his arms. Okay, an Ultra Auto Cannon 5 and an LB-10X. Because it's an Ultra, he's actually firing it twice per turn. So these are the equivalent of having 2 AC-20s, but he's actually getting off 3 shots on each one of his arms anytime he fires those things. So 6 total rounds are being flung through the air. On top of that, his right torso's got a couple of medium lasers. His left torso has a couple of medium lasers, as he's carrying ammo. And to top it all off, he has this special equipment. He's got a thumper cannon. It doesn't appear on his body when he's in here, but you'll see it if you see him out on the battlefield. He's got this like mortar howitzer type of thing on the back of his shoulder blades, if you want to use that description. And that's what it is. It's an artillery piece. Fires a single shot, and it has a huge area effect. It just blows up a whole area. It's pretty cool. Don't see any kind of rounds. It probably has a cooldown or something. I'm not exactly sure. I don't use it that often, but it's a neat little effect. I picked up a Banshee. This is another one of the most recent pickups I have. 95 tons. An assortment of wide range, medium lasers, large lasers, small lasers, auto cannons. Got a lot of firepower. Has very, very poor heat efficiency. I would really want to get some heat systems in here that are better than heat sinks, because he's grossly negligent. This is not I've designed it in a way that, you set it up in tiers, so you have long range, shorter range, and then the close up, very short range. So he uses his PPCs at long range distances as threats, and as autocannon as well. And then as threats get within closer range, he starts turning those off and starts using his small and medium lasers, short range missiles. It's another reason why I picked up short range missiles. I recently just refigured a lot of these different mechs. So that kind of offsets some of the difficulties of the heat efficiency. Of course, that also means that he's not using his full firepower very often, but, that's just the way it is. Let's see, we've got the Cyclops. Okay, so I turned my Cyclops into a giant flamer, basically. Loaded him up with Infernos, loaded him up with, well, he only can carry one support weapon, so I put a flamer on there. But it's mostly Infernos. Infernos only have 8 volleys, and all they do is damage in heat. They don't do any real body damage. So for a while, and I had to strip off medium lasers to put a piece of equipment on here, which gave him actually firepower of 0 because they don't incorporate the Infernos or the Narc beacon in the calculation of firepower. And then I gave it, what it was a a radar system, if you will, that helped him detect things, but the range wasn't very good. So I said it's not worth the space. So I yanked it off, rearranged the different missile systems, um, and put the medium lasers that I had previously taken off and put them back on. So his firepower went back up to 4. But now I maxed out the number of missile systems. He has 7 missile systems. He has 3 in each right and left torso, and he has 1 in the middle. So he's got an SRM-4 here. He's got 2 Infernos in each torso, an LRM-5 in the right torso, the Narc missile beacon, which after it hits is going to make all future missile attacks more damaging, more likely to hit. So they're basically going to really make this thing an accurate missile shooter. And he's got his flamer, and because he's using Infernos as missiles, and the flamer, when he gets in close enough, this mech shuts down any single mech it shoots at. If enough of these Infernos hit, boom, that it doesn't destroy them, but it'll take them out of the next round because they have to waste a round restarting their mech to cool off all their heat systems. So he's really a specialist mech. Not a great combatant, but the ability to knock down or basically take somebody out every single round it's there for 8 rounds, because he's got eight, of each of those Infernos. It's a pretty good deal. Kind of a standard battle master with upgraded weapons. Nothing too special about him, other than his funky disco paint job. My Victor, which was the oldest of my heavy mechs or assault mechs, I've had him around. Became kind of my new command mech. He still doesn't have great firepower, but I have upgraded him in with some certain gear. He's one of the few big mechs. I think he might be the only assault mech I have that has jump jets. If he isn't, he's one of the few. Which gives him a mobility advantage over the other ones, and his heat efficiency is ridiculously good. He's only using AC5s and an SRM, so and a couple of autocannons in his right arm. Kind of like the setup up on the where was he at? On this thing, where he's got the two cannons. Well, that's kind of what he's got too with one arm. So he's got a couple of autocannons in his right arm. He's got an SRM-4 on his left torso. That's right there. That's all he's got. So he dances around, he moves around, he gets good shots, he gets high percentage shots. He's got decent firepower. It's not like these guys. He's not maxing it out, but it's good enough, and he's got enough rounds that and the fact that he never overheats is great. My awesome, still devastating as all get out. I've recently changed this configuration, and I want to show you this. So the stock version of this has 3 PPCs. Superpower. Bam, bam, bam. Right and left torso and right arm all have a PPC. And the ones I had were awesome. I mean, these things are doing high amount of damage. But then I was looking at it, and I realized that my PPC that was in the left torso, I had a better alternative by using this extended range long range laser with an upgrade. Turns out this ER large laser had better range, had less heat, did the same amount of damage. There was no reason, and it had a lot less slots. It went from 6 slots down to 4. It went from like 4 or 5 tons, or 7 tons, I think, down to 4. 4 or 5 slots down to 2. And because I was able to do that, I was able to add in some medium lasers. I put the small pulse laser back on its head and took out the little targeting thing that was up there. Now it turns him into a decent firepower, and his heat efficiency is better, because his heat efficiency was a couple of points lower than this when he was using the PPC. Yes, putting the medium lasers also kind of hurts the heat efficiency, but it was fine. It actually pairs out really nicely. He's got a lot more firepower and a lot more staying power, so I was really happy with my upgrades to my awesome. It's still a fun one to pilot. But the fact is that he doesn't have any missiles, he doesn't have any autocannons. So he is one of the few mechs I have that is completely independent. When he's out on the field, he doesn't have to worry about ammo. Everybody else, these Gauss rifles, there's a reason why they have so much ammo in them. It's because they only, each one of these only has like 8 rounds. So here's my Orion. Orion looks impressive. Looks like he's got these humongous cannons on his arms, but actually those are just medium lasers. I think the default one for this actually came with medium lasers, but I think some of them have large lasers on there. His big hitter is, he's got this right coming out of there of his hip there, his torso. His right torso's got a Gauss rifle in it with a big bonus. And he's got an SRM4 on his other shoulder. It looks like 5, but there is no SRM5. It's just a panel that they change up. But this piece of equipment that he's got on him is pretty awesome. It's an experimental piece of ECM, which is electronic countermeasures. He creates this bubble centered on himself that makes him and all of the other mechs that are with him virtually invisible, electronically invisible. They can't be locked on. If you get within a range where somebody can put a ping on you, can do a sensor lock on you, well, that can disrupt it. If an enemy mech or vehicle gets within the bubble, it will reveal all of them to that particular mech, and that will also make them targetable for the other members of their company. And if you start firing while you're in this bubble, it'll also reveal your individual location. But it's a pretty cool effect, and I love using it because it's just something different. So it's something I've never used before, and I think it's pretty cool. You'll see it once I get out into the battlefield. Marauder, kind of standard fare. He's got his big hitter is that Gauss rifle on his shoulder, on his right torso. So he's got a PPC in his right arm, but otherwise he's carrying a bunch of small lasers as his close range weapons. He's not as fast. He's really fast compared to these slow-moving big assault mechs. But as a heavy mech, he's not exactly blazing around the battlefield, but he looks like he's just running all over the place when you compare him to how slow the other guys are. Cataphract. It's another newer acquisition. Interesting heavy hitter. I like these guys with big alpha strikes. He's got an ultra autocannon 2, which with its humongous range. He's got a PPC in his right arm, as well as an extended range medium laser. In his right torso, he's got a medium pulse up here. And then he's got his big AC2, which you can see because it's really long, and it's an ultra. It's got multiple barrels. On his left arm, all he has is a small pulse laser. It looks more imposing than it actually is. And his left torso, he's got a medium laser. So he's just basically a blazer. But he's got decent firepower, poor heat efficiency again because he's using a lot of energy weapons. But he fills the role. A lot of these guys I can just turn in and out. My Warhammer, again, pretty impressive. He's got snub PPCs on both arms. His torso's got some small and medium lasers in array, and he's got a SRM6 on his shoulder, so a lot of firepower. I have a trio of ranged specialists, and key to that is my archer. The archer has all sorts of goodies on him. Unlike my catapult, where I stripped out their LRM-20s, this guy still has both of his twin long-range missile 20s with extra rounds of ammo. Unlike the AI, a lot of the AIs I face only has a single one of these. Well, they only have 120 rounds, and this thing's shooting 20 every time it launches, so it burns through them pretty quick. So I have enough to last. Medium lasers and small lasers in both arms as close range weapons as needed, because these are his primary weapons. But what I find is that after he's kind of been firing his big missiles, and if he does run out, then he's basically left fairly defenseless. So then he has to move in and start beating on them with his fists. Well, he might as well have some small and medium lasers to assist him. He's got a gyro upgrade. He's got a rangefinder, which gives him an additional 120 meter range view. The Archer comes with the default missilery suite, which gives him it basically clusters long-range missiles and increases the stability damage of short-range missiles. Well, he's not carrying any SRMs, but it does give clustering, which means it's going to have a higher chance that your missiles are going to hit the same thing instead of spread out all over the place, which is what happens when you fire off these large missile systems. He's got a targeting bonus for missiles with the TTS upgrade. Um, and he's got the heat bank. You notice he doesn't have a single heat sink on here. Doesn't need them. He's got this heat bank, which gives him humongous heat efficiency because it increases his maximum heat threshold as well, or his overheat threshold as well as his total maximum heat level. So he, as long as you're using long-range missiles at long range, and when you get in close, you start using the energy weapons, it won't ever have a problem with heat efficiency. Pretty impressive. I always like their look. Archers are always kind of like almost like a boxer. It's almost like a Rock'em Sock'em robot. Only the head is like kind of in the chest area, but other than that, he kind of reminds me of the Rock'em Sock'em robots. My other missile specialist is one of my two catapults. This standard catapult. It looks more impressive, but these are actually not LRM 20s. One of them is actually on his left torso. Wait a second. His left arm. These are considered arms for the catapults. His left arm actually has an LRM 10. His right arm has an LRM 15, which are both decent. But I put a snub PPC in his center torso. I have not been able to figure out where the heck it is. I was trying to find this last night, and I just could not find it because this here is the medium laser that's attached to his right torso. But his center torso has a snub PPC, and I just can't find it. I don't see anything sticking out that's big. There's a little hole on both sides, but I don't think that's a gun. There's nothing on the chin that shows a gun. So unless there's something sticking up on top that I can't see, I can't find it for the life of me. I know that this is a medium laser because I have the same one on the other cheek on my other catapult. But anyway. Yep, anyway, that's the kind of the standard catapult. This is the alternate catapult. Removes the missile launching arms with PPC arms. One standard and one snub. His right torso has an autocannon. Maybe that is the autocannon on the other one. And this is the right torso. That's that long-barreled AC-2. And his left torso has a medium laser. Again, boom. As well as that's it. Those are the two that are on him. So I don't know where the PPC is or whatever it is on the other mech because I couldn't find it. But because this one definitely has the two paired up. The last two that I have in my collection are these two Thunderbolts. One standard SS or 5S version and one 5SS version. The old primary difference is that the 5S version doesn't have any jump jets, so he's just loaded down with a lot of lasers. Pretty good power for a mech of that size. The other one has slightly less power, but he's got more mobility because he's got jump jets. Has a lot less firepower, but very similar. I gave them all different paint schemes though, so I didn't want them all to be identical. Not that it matters. Anyway, that's what I got going on in my mech bay. As far as missions go, yeah, these are real cakewalks right now. For a while there, I was only sending out one or like 2 or 3 mechs instead of a full lance of 4 because I'm just going to completely wipe these guys out. Right now, I'm just trying to get money because I spent a ton of it towards the end of my game purchasing upgraded bits. So I'm really not caring about what I get for salvage right now. I'm just trying to get some cash in my pocket. Yeah, I might as well showcase a few of these. And let's see, what's the other one I wanted to do? Ryan, the Cyclops, the King Crab are all the easy. Oh yeah, forgot the Bull Shark. I have no idea whether these are going to be useful or not, but for this particular mission, but I'm not too concerned because it's only got a difficulty of 1.5 skulls, and I'm going to field 5, basically 360 tons of hardware. I'm really not concerned about their what they're going to do. I'll put Mako in there. I like to have somebody that can cool it off. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I got the 3 guys on here that have a master tactician. So in this particular arrangement, yeah, Freak Show's going to act first as a medium mech, even though he's got a heavy. Jayhawk and Screw Loose will act next. They're assault mechs, but they're going to be acting like heavies. And then finally, the King Crab's going to act, or Mako's going to act as an assault who doesn't have an advantage in a desert environment. So it's going to be pretty hot. I probably should have taken more people with heat exchange stuff, but that's fine. I'm hoping I can trigger after this. I'm gonna leave this system and go somewhere else. Hopefully that'll trigger the next chain in this multiple chain adventure that I've been on. Search for the Debrev or something like that.
Command interface initiated.
Sweep them, clear them out. So that is what the shield looks like. Everything within that becomes invisible to those on the outside. Technically speaking, you're not invisible to the naked eye. It's electronic invisibility, but since mechs don't use, they don't have big picture windows for you to look out. They're all wearing headgear. Think of it, a mech pilot is basically like wearing a VR helmet, and he's basically plugged into their mech. I mean, they're all geared up. It's not quite like flying around in an airplane where you're just, freeballing it. But you got to keep them together, so we got to do this pretty quickly. I'm gonna send him there, him there, him
Moving
there,
to position.
him there.
Confirmed.
So as far as they know, there's nobody out here. I am gonna have to. Let's see. We had a half hour. Okay. I can't get him too far ahead, so we're gonna have to slow his butt down a little bit.
On my way.
The mechs aren't as fast. If I was smart, I'd move them all more carefully, one at a time. Just trying to keep them within range. Like I can easily move Freak Show first, and just make sure I move him slowly, so the little circle doesn't ever not surround all my people. But it takes a lot longer to move across the battlefield moving that slowly.
Receiving you. Copy that. Affirmative. Yep.
Wow, look at this big basin. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change this. It's gonna drive me nuts. Settings, video. I'm gonna put it back in full screen. And just to be sure, I want to make sure this doesn't change in OBS. It looks like it's okay. Alright. If everything's okay in OBS, I don't need to make changes. Okay, we're just going to inch our way across this valley ever so carefully. Okay, I've got contact.
Ready for orders.
Try to stay in the forest as well, so that gives me a little bit of defensive bonus as well. I'm really taking a lot of care, like I'm really going up against somebody.
Heads up, Commander.
Let me tell you,
Got
right now
hostile contact
I
inbound.
am grossly outranking my opponents. They're going to be out here in tiny little mechs, and I'm just going to blow them up with a single salvo. I am going to go to a different system where that's not the case, and you're going to see some epic battles. I have been every time I'm in one of these big fights, I'm like, they say it's going to be easy, and then it turns out to be a slogfest where all 4 of my assault mechs are basically in the machine bay for the next 2 weeks getting fixed. There have been some epic fights. I've lost a lot of good weapons. I just roll with it. So I can try to stay in this as long as I can, but if one of these guys accidentally walks into its radius, then we're kind of out of luck. It'll reenact, but once they know we're here, they're going to start closing in. So I'm probably going to just go at them and blow their butts up. On the other hand, this is what I'm going to do this time. Instead of moving at all, I'm just going to get our guys kind of in a tight little formation, and hopefully that guy doesn't walk all the way across the field and into our radius. I want to get these guys a little closer. They're 30 and 35, and they're going to go through forest, so they're not going to hit this quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and just be prepared for next round. It's the shock and awe of the initial. Ooh, look at all of them. Yeah, there's only 4 of us, but we outweigh them by quite a bit. Even though they probably have 8 mechs arrayed against us. I got into some fights though. Oh my god. It was my 4 mechs against 12 enemy mechs. And it was just like wave after wave after wave. I was like, oh my god, this is. How am I going to survive this? I had one mech that was on his last leg. Didn't have any weapon systems left, but I didn't want to retreat them. And
Standing by.
I want these guys set up so next round they're going to have their targets all ready. Screws.
Commander.
Gonna go right on the edge over here. Mako.
Yes,
I need somebody in the middle.
on my way.
Okay. I'm gonna flitter away the rest of this round. Hell. Oh, dang it. Stupid locust. Walked right into my radius. Shoot. Okay, well, so much for shock and awe.
Taking minimal damage.
So much for shock and awe. He just walked right in. I didn't think he was gonna get there. Okay, time to blow some stuff up. Going for the headshot.
All weapons committed.
You should have saw the last battle I fought. I took out a Phoenix Hawk and a Centurion with 2 shots, 2 headshots. They were completely, the whole mechs were completely intact. They hadn't even taken a shot yet. I blew off their heads. It's a low percentage shot, but if you hit it, they're knocked out. Because there's just, that Gauss rifle has just too much damage. Mostly missed me. Yeah, they're gonna try to flank us all over the place with all their piddly little small mechs. Oh, I see a bigger one over there. I am not worried about these locusts at all. If I actually killed that one, it would have helped out quite a bit. eventually my my assault mechs that are acting like heavy mechs will get their turns. Yeah.
Barely hit, Commander.
Exactly. Now that they're all sucked in close to us. It's a good thing my guys are in forests. Okay, now it's time
Awaiting
to do some
orders.
damage. So, unfortunately my Cyclops is not one that's going to knock somebody out of the fight, but he will...
We'll go.
He will shut a guy down for a turn, as I said before.
Affirmative. Yeah.
Screw loose, on the other hand. Hey, you want to see my new gun? Let's see what the thumper does. Two uses per mission. Okay.
I think we're firing some artillery.
Looks simple enough. Did some damage to all three of them.
Standing by.
Now the Mako. Mako is going to take out that damn locust that's in our radius. At least force them to come in closer before they start lobbing stuff at us. Yeah, heck with it.
Affirmative. Hostile eliminated.
Now we're all invisible again. Until one of these other ones moves into our area. Bink. And they're back. I got cutesy in one mission using my ECM cloak, and it
Warning.
almost cost me.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
The mission was going so bad I ended up backing out of it and trying again, because it was like, okay, I gotta put this goofy stuff, just take it to him. Alright, that Jenner's gotta come down.
Damage minimal.
Alright.
All weapons committed. Battle mech power up detected.
See, that's his whole turns, powering back up. Ooh, another one's coming in. Well, the fact that I have the Cyclops out there means I'm not bringing a lot of firepower to the table.
Well, that
I mean,
worked.
three of these guys are big hitters, but the other one's not gonna
Aye,
do much.
aye. On the move.
But I'm gonna go at him again.
That's gonna hurt. I'm listening.
Alright, we gotta take this Jenner out. Oof, he's already in pretty bad shape. Let's see. Maybe not. They're both in bad shape. It'd be nice if I had... Oh yes, I do have multi-target. Oh, sweet. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's have some fun. We'll split my LB10s and the UB these. That should be enough to take them out. I don't think that's... Oh, I do have enough range for the C. Well, those are ERs, that's why. ER, extended range medium lasers with bonuses. It's not going to kill him, but it'll, you know, start the damage.
On the trigger. Mm-hmm.
One down. Two down. It's like the Old West. Start the damage on the third. That leveled the playing field a little bit.
Good to go.
Alright, Mako.
On the move.
You're also going to take some multiple shots here. Try to knock both of these guys out. Alright, so we're going to use the... What do I want on the big one? I want both my Gauss rifles to shoot at the big guy. I want the mediums. Yeah, to go at him. And the SRM at him. And the other, all the short-range missiles, or short-range lasers, I'm going to plaster that little locust.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Didn't destroy him, but I didn't think it would. Just doing some damage. He's gone. And he just lost half his mech, but he's still there. It's just the shooting gallery at this point. My humongous 95, 90, 100 ton mechs versus these little 20, 35 tonners. It's just a shooting gallery, despite the fact they have us flanked. They're just not going to do enough damage. Screw it, shoot that too.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Make us invisible again. Make them come closer to the death zone.
Yes, Commander.
Oh yeah, we're gonna flame him.
Copy that.
It blew him up.
Hostile eliminated.
It's gonna overheat me too, but that's alright.
Engine shut down. Getting tilted. Right here. Mm-hmm.
And again, I can do with the double shot. A will be all my short-range missiles.
Splitting my fire.
Or short-range lasers and my two shotgun blasting autocannons, and then my other two autocannons will start damaging the Vindicator. And he's overheating.
This ain't good. Shutting down.
Overheating removes the ECMs too. I guess their heat signature is too high for the mask to work.
Commander,
Doesn't matter.
roger that.
Oh, he didn't get within. Oh, I didn't move him correctly. That's alright. Just vent some heat. Yes, get closer, closer. See what that thing? That's that big
That was a bad
thumper
one,
on his back. You're gonna die, boy. I'm gonna blow you sky high.
All weapons
Oh, he missed with his he missed with his Gauss rifle, so
detected.
still
Commander?
did damage to him. Restart. Screw loose. Restart.
Waiting
Mako.
for orders. Firing on target.
There we go. Light them up.
Target neutralized.
Mission successful.
Yeah, like I said, this is just a cash mission. I don't think they did enough damage to send any of these guys to the shop. No, they did enough. The overheating. It wasn't even them, it was my overheating. It creates some internal structure damage that'll need to be fixed. And see, if you're able to knock out a mech mostly intact, you'll get 3 pieces. So if you have enough slots, you could actually build yourself one, but it's not that big a deal. I'm not shopping for any of these mechs, but Vindicator wouldn't have been bad, or even the Trebuchet. They're the ones I don't have any of. Okay, let's get these guys to the shop. Not that it matters, because we're going to leave this system and go someplace a little more, with a little more action.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Yep. Not using it. Okay. Quick repair jobs. Repair job. And let's check navigation. Because there's nothing for us here. Let's check the filters. Oh, I also figured out something else. This little thing over here, that's all I needed to do. So these different, this is store filter, which I didn't bother to look at before. And depending on what it says, and you read the little information thing, the battlefield locations are a source of actuators and gyro upgrades for mechs, and the advanced will have more superior versions. Chemicals, chemicals, it's all about the LRMs and SRMs, and Fuel Beast, Flamer, and Inferno racks. A lot of electronic ones. Electronics are all about lasers and the TTS upgrades. Advanced is just more superior versions. Industrial, it's all about heat banks, thermal exchangers, and machine guns. I should be getting those because I need thermal exchangers. Something awful. And even more importantly would be the advanced industrial. Well, I haven't been there. Yes, I have visited. That's the system I've been hanging around. I got too many things going here. There we go. Stars. Okay, those star worlds are ones I should be going to. Yeah, I might be going in that direction. Hell, haven't I already been there? Doesn't say that I have. So that's an industrial world I should be going to. Mining. About auto cannons. On the advanced autocannon varieties, that's what those star worlds are. And let's see, then there's the 2 different levels of research. Basic research, that's where you're going to find the PPC, ECM, and active probes. Those are the things I mentioned earlier, the electronic countermeasures and the probe, as well as the snub PPC. The coil system, which I've recently picked up a couple of, but not really useful with all these heavy, slow-moving mechs. The coil, basically what it does is the more you're moving on your feet, this doesn't work for flying, or jumping around. So the more your legs like pump running across the environment, the more energy gets pumped into this coil laser weapon, and it'll do more damage and it'll create more heat when you use it that turn. Unfortunately, it requires mechs that move around really fast, and as you saw, most of my mechs right now are heavy and assault mechs, and they're very slow moving, so it isn't really useful for them. It's great for some medium and heavy mechs, or medium and mobile heavy mechs that I don't currently have, and the tag stuff for research. And the advanced research worlds, which are very few of. I've already been there. Cormordeer didn't have what I wanted. So here's the problem. Well, I'll get to that later. More of the same, just better versions. And then we have the Star League. Those are the basic Star League worlds. The stars, the big gold stars that you see on there. And they're going to have Lost Tech, stuff from Star League technology, which are all superior. It'd be nice to get some double heat sinks, let me tell you. And then there's the advanced Star League, and there's very, very few of them. Those are even better systems to go to. But here's the problem. I'm in deep with the pirates. I've allied with them. I do all their missions. Most of these other worlds, they don't like me. Even the ones that are indifferent, they say I'm an enemy. So they're not great systems for me to go to. I have to pay more on their planets to buy their stuff, and they're not going to give me any advantages when I try to do missions for them. But that's the good news. The bad news is I've done so many missions against Taurian Concordant that they absolutely hate me. So now they're charging me a ton more. Most of the time I can't even go to their worlds. I can't even access some of their stores. Magistry of Canopus, oh my god, I am absolutely loathed. It's the lowest setting you can get. They absolutely loathe me, as does the Capella Confederation, House Lao. And so the problem with that is, look at where the systems are. Well, there is the Magistry of Canopus, so I really can't even go to their worlds because they absolutely hate me. And the biggest section of space is Merrick's house, or not Merrick, the Capella Confederation, Lao. Look at all these juicy worlds that I can't get any action. If I go to these worlds, they're just not going to have missions for me. I can go to the pirate worlds if there's a pirate presence, and these black market worlds, maybe I'll have a chance, but. And over here's the Taurian Concordant, so I can't really do these worlds either. I'm okay in Merrick, and I'm okay over here with Steiner, or with Davian. And this is okay as well. They're pretty neutral. So it's only a 2-star though. What I want to see is some 5-star worlds. Still don't see any. 4.5. Well, because it's average. It's always average. You're not going to see an average maxed out at 5 because there's always going to be a few missions that are lower that are going to bring the average down. There just isn't any down here where I want to be. So, yeah, go there, which is a part of this stupid Capella, or the Taurian Concordant. There's no way I'm going to get missions there. Oh, I might have to go up to this neutral world or spring up here. I got time now that I know that I'm not on a time limit. Crap. Let's see, back to industrial. Yeah. I've already been there, but I have not been here. That's going to take 23 days to get there. Screw it, let's go.
By your command.
Hopefully it triggers my next round of missions. I'd like to complete these before I go traipsing across the northern part of this map.
That work order you submitted?
financial reports are going to start piling up too, and I only got 2 million in the bank. I was sitting on like 13 before I went on a spending spree and bought a bunch of stuff. I got to the point where I sell off every single piece of equipment that doesn't have a plus after it, with the exception of a few like the ultra auto cannons and extended range ones, because those are special in their own right. What I'm really looking for are double heat sinks, those any kind of heat advantaged stuff, and of course anything lost tech. I was looking for coil weapons, but I realize it's just not worth it to have them on these slow mechs. Might have to. I was gonna strip down. I was gonna take about half of these guys and send them down, mothball them, and bring up some medium and light mechs, so I have a little more flexibility, so that I can field some different kind of arrangements. We'll see. Maybe someday I'll do that. I might save that for another playthrough. Okay. So really, I'm just here for a shopping trip. If they get missions here, fine, but I'm only going to accept missions that are like high dollar missions. I'm not going to waste my time sending my mechs out there for piddly little missions that aren't worth the money. Here we go. This is it, the Dobrev. Finally. Farrah calls you into the Argos Command Center, where you find the view screen overflowing with the grainy, hollow images and dossiers. Multiple sources confirm that an unknown spacecraft crashed into a saltwater lake of Matharka, which is, we're leaving the area of that, Mantharka. Mantharaka? I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that. Mantharaka. About a month ago. Her surviving crew was medevaced to an orbiting station where they were all found to have suffered misjump-induced injuries. That's the Dobrev. Farrah pumps her fist, her smile radiant triumph. It has to be. Darius nods. Yes, and that was the good news. The bad news is we're not the only company in the Derelict's trail. The Black Widow, who I recently kicked her butt, is one of the most deadly mech pilots out there, mech warriors, has been carving a bloody trail across the frontier, burning out black market sites on over a dozen worlds. She is one of the descendants of Kerensky that stayed in the inner sphere. General Kerensky and his outward expanse. She's trying to cover this up, trying not to have any leads. It's foreshadowing the clan invasion, I know. I can't wait to see what this game does. I don't know if they'll do it in this game. It'll probably be a sequel, but they gotta bring the clan into this. Anyway, carving a bloody trail across the frontier, burning out black market sites on over a dozen worlds, and I have reliable information that she's moving towards Mantharaka. If it comes to a fight you can beat, oh, of course we can. I'm not afraid of Natasha Kerensky. The Carnival of Chaos beat the Black Widow Company back on Apian, and if it comes to a fight, I will gladly do it again. Darius crosses his arms over his chest. The commander is right. We can beat the Black Widow. All we need is to be prepared. Samir's lips tighten, but she says nothing. Eventually, she sighs. I'll mark Mantharaka on the star map, but we better not go before we're ready. When I land us there, we're going to be committed to seeing this job through to the end. So, finally triggers it. And luckily, I'm not completely out of the area yet. I'll show you where this is. So yeah, we were leaving this system. Now we're somewhere along. We're already on the outskirts of where we need to be. But this is the planet we need to go to. I've been hanging around this system for the last month, waiting for this stupid... I knew where it was going to trigger because they said, this is the system where it's going to trigger. So I made sure I stayed in the area, and I've tapped out pretty much all of the systems around here. So, of course, I didn't want to... Before I go halfway across the galaxy, well, it's not really halfway across because this is just a small sliver on the far-flung edge, I want to get up in here and do some missions, especially up here. Because I've already been over here. I basically made my way across the map and spent a lot of time in this neutral area, which has been profitable. But as you can see, this is where most of the black market is. This is where most of those high, intensity missions are. This is going against inner sphere. These guys out here, this is the periphery. We're going to go up against some hard-hitting mechs, and there's going to be some fights where we may not win. So going to Tirlon isn't that much out of the way. Yes, it's going to take another month to me to get back there, but I guess it's better than what it's going to take when I go off in that direction. So, alright, back to our ongoing trip.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Yep. I could cut some fat off of that if I wanted to. We have a lot of heavy mechs and assault mechs. That's costing us. It wouldn't cost us so much if we were using lighter mechs. It's also costing us. I have way too many mech warriors that I'm not using. I could easily, say, hey, thanks for your help, but we don't need you anymore.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Okay, I'm only here for the store anyway, so I can actually turn right around if we don't have what I want. Weapon systems, pretty much garbage. I'll pick up the
New
boosted up
weapon
machine
systems
gun.
available.
Ammo isn't going to be anything. I usually don't buy ammo. Equipment, comm system, +3 resolve gain. That's pretty good. Heat banks. That's what I came here for. +20 maximum heat. It's not as good as the other one I have, but it's still pretty good. It'll be cheaper if it was. I spent $3 million on some upgrades. It's crazy when you start spending anywhere over $1 million for an upgraded component. These are relatively cheap, so I'm taking advantage of them while I'm here. Exchanger, that's another thermal
New
advantage.
equipment available.
+100 meters, that's good. Take that too.
New equipment available.
No double heat sinks, unfortunately, and the comm system will basically make me broke. I'm probably just gonna have to leave it. Okay, let's sell off some stuff. I don't need the assassin. I definitely don't need the flea. Keeping my griffins. I'm keeping my hunchback. I do not like javelins. I love those Kintaros. I'm keeping both of them. Okay, I'm keeping my 4 different locusts. I'm keeping my 4 identical panthers. Keeping my 2 different riflemen. I got this great upgraded urban mech. An urban mech usually has an AC-10, very little armor. This one strips down the armor even more and puts an AC-20 on it. So I'm really curious how that thing performs. So I've been keeping it around for when I decide I want to use it. I've already sold off some Wolverines. I might as well sell this one too. See, we're already over $1 million. I've sold off most of my weapons before, but I'm going to keep selling off the stuff that I do know I don't need. I'm not going to equip. Regular flamer. Regular laser. Should be selling off the lower level pluses. RM5. RM15. 18 medium lasers. I can't sell off all my medium lasers, unfortunately. Just in case I need to replace some ones that get damaged, and I just don't have enough. I buy every advanced medium laser I can find, and they're all on my mechs. But once they get damaged, I don't have enough to replace them. Oops, sell them both. I really don't need that. I've already got one NARC system. I should probably get rid of that too, but regular PPCs, I don't think I need those anymore. I never use standard small lasers. I'll pull them off before I put a regular small laser on them. Just not efficient enough. They're not used very often. You have to get so close to even use the stupid things. Okay, lots of equipment I need to attach to stuff. And ammo outside of some of the ones that just for some reason just get clustered. Do I really need 60 different LRM systems? No. And I keep picking them up. Above 2 million. Same with the short range. I don't need 28 of these. sheets and giggles. Let's check what they have for contracts. I'm not staying unless these things are absolutely just impossible to walk away from. Well, the good news is that they're willing to give me a mission, because I haven't ticked them off. I haven't done any missions against the Arano Restoration yet, so because I haven't done any pirate missions in their systems. That's just under 1 million. That is just under 1 million. It's against the Taurian Concordant. Desert World. I need the money. We'll make it quick. I don't think the salvage is worth it. Alright, taking the Cyclops out. I don't even know who I want to use. I won't need the Bull Shark either. I'm keeping the King Crab. Keeping the... well... I really don't need the system. What I want is some firepower. He's going to need somebody that can manage heat. What else do we got? Yeah, let's get some heat modulator dudes out here. Okay. Quick, dirty, and just... we're just going to take it right to them. Only missions I have to be careful of are certain ones that require speed, because I don't have a lot of speed. Base destruction ones aren't too bad. I can pretty much plow. Defensive ones have been a problem. Oh my god, I had to defend a base last night. Oh my god, it took me to the limit. Trying to cover a lot of ground against 12 opponents. All they needed to do, they didn't need to attack me, all they needed to do was attack the buildings and I would have lost. They got sidetracked. Destroy all enemy units. I guess we'll go right down the valley and just like sheep to the slaughter.
Affirmative.
Move order received.
See how quickly I can get through this. I'm not going to utilize a whole lot of strategery. I just want to get close.
Roger that, Commander.
Nope, don't go up there. It's a dead end.
Affirmed.
I love my color scheme. Oh, I'm tempted to get some mech miniatures and paint them up like this. It's like an 80s party on Overload. Or 90s party, actually. Kind of a day glow, weird colors. Yeah.
Enemy detected.
Oh, this is a big base. Okay, who wants to die first? Atlas is on the field. We'll start with you.
Engaging target.
Skipper,
I'll wait on Slim.
good to go.
He's got even less options.
What's up, boss?
Oh, he can't even move right now. There's no place for him. He's not going to move
Yup.
very far. Okay, you know what I'm... oh, I can't. This is it. This is the end of the
Confirm.
round.
You got it.
Firing some LRMs.
10-4.
Inching our way
Need
closer.
something, Chief?
He's a king crab. I think I can spend it. Get into
On
position.
my way, double
He's
time.
running, so he can't attack this round. I don't agree with that, really. In the tabletop version, your movement speed, or what kind of movement you're doing, if you're walking or running or you're jumping, will have a certain penalty. The more rigorous the activity is, the harder, the worse the penalty is for your targeting. But they can still shoot. You can shoot while you're running. This game says if you're running, you can't shoot. That drives me crazy. It should just be a penalty on my attack accuracy, but whatever.
Yes, Commander.
Just one minor annoyance.
Full speed. No target.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably a couple more out there somewhere. Here it comes. Because I'm not planning on staying in this system very long. If I take a bunch of damage, it's no big deal. It'll be repaired by the time I reach my next destination. I just don't want to lose any systems. I don't want to lose any weapons. So that's why I gotta light them up. If I would have had my Orion, we would have been up here before they even engaged. These guys are just really slow. Yeah, I don't like that. That's a
My
bad
old mama
position.
can hit harder than that.
Come on. See, because they're lighter weight mechs, they're all going to act. All of them are going to be completely done before I even get my first action. Let's get down into the trees. Now please, blow somebody up this time. Thank you.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Ready to rock. Hey there.
That's why I moved him up. I wanted to make sure he'd get engaged. Oh, baby. Let's see, we got the Vindicator. I'm not worried about the Firestarter or the Vindicator, to be honest with you. This guy's got me concerned. But I can only get 2 Gauss rifles on him. Alright, we're just gonna blow this guy out of the water.
All right, let's see.
Two
That
down.
guy down. What are your orders, Skipper? 10-4. All weapons, go.
3 down.
Tango is trash, Skipper.
Waiting for orders. Moving out.
I did get a head hit. Wasn't with the right weapon though. Look at him wobbly. Panther. Yeah. Light mechs do not concern me. Mediums and heavies, they can do some damage. But these lightweight mechs I'm not worried about at all. He is pretty hot. Yeah, that's gonna shut him down.
Warning. Heat critical. Shutting down.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a bunch of free shots on him. Doing more damage. Restart.
Reactor online.
Yeah, you don't want... Phoenix Hawk, you do not want to get that close to that king crab.
Hard hit there. Commander? Icon. Got it.
Just sheared off both of his arms.
Critical hit, Commander.
And knocked him down. Phoenix Hawks need to keep their distance. They're not
Confirmed.
front line, combatants.
I'm rolling.
This guy's gotta go.
Firing.
Overheat my mech.
Bye-bye.
Receiving you.
And I'm gonna get rid of this Panther.
Roger.
And we'll worry about the bigger guy over there.
Taking the shot. Shutting down. My
Yeah.
heat gauge is pegged.
That's right, Freak Show's back up and going, so we'll finish up him. And all we got left is that, what is he, Centurion? Yeah. That's fine, as long as they weren't shooting my Atlas again. My Atlas took some body damage. Finish you off.
Engaging target.
Not quite enough.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
Should
Detected.
use my short range missiles. You gonna stay here and fight some more, or are you gonna back off? Oh, you wanna come in and fight the other one? Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna go well for you.
Try aiming next time. See what you get.
He doesn't have any lasers, the short range
Engage
lasers,
target.
but he's got enough force to do some damage.
Ready.
Okay, we're gonna take the fight to this guy. Center torso, headshot. Yeah.
Targeting Alpha Strike.
LRM critical.
Scored a critical hit.
Orders.
Mako. Mako's got to restart.
Powered up.
Rounds get quicker after I wipe out half of their units. 2/3 of their units. What are you gonna do? Bleed on me? It's just a flesh wound. You got no arms. I've had worse. Oh, we're gonna blow him up. It's pretty efficient, you know?
Engaging target.
Yeah, he's already dead in the first shot. Oh my god, he's just slag at this point.
Enemy mech. Destroyed.
Orders.
Ooh, missed. He's gonna get his laser blasts. And he's destroyed.
Hostile removed.
That's the small lasers for you. It's a lot, pack a lot of punch.
Ready
There's
to
just
rock.
not a lot of opportunities to use them. Okay, because he doesn't have any
Acknowledge,
small
Commander.
lasers, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Enemy eliminated.
Mission successful.
That was a nice cash run. Got $1 million in cash thanks to the bonuses, because it was under it before. Remember, it was like in the 900s, but because of the bonus, we're over $1 million. And that's not including salvage, which we're gonna get some of. 2 of my guys got hurt. That's okay. They're both overheated. It wasn't body damage, it's overheating. Internal structure. Well, I'll take that Centurion. Or what's left of it. Yeah. Salvages another 1.9 million. Like I said, that was a cash run. overstay my welcome, so we'll probably take off because I want to do this mission.
Bio command.
I want to take on the Black Widow. I hope it's an urban fight. I'm still working out the nuances of fighting in the urban landscape. I'm pretty good in most of the other terrains, but urban is... it's tricky. Oh! I forgot to send my guys to the repair bay. Luckily this is a long trip. Got in a hurry there. Neither of these are going to be big repair jobs. I gotta make sure I send them in. Okay. And now we can continue our path. God, if I would have showed up there and those guys were on the bench. Black market shakedown. Oh, I've had one of these before. I have to keep paying my membership fee. Hey, the pirates love me, so I'm getting a big discount. So it's only costing me $50,000 instead of $250, or even worse, 1.2, 1.25 million if I was disliked by the pirates. So for 50,000, I can keep using black markets, and I'm getting the best stuff out of my black markets because I am. The regular stores just don't have enough good stuff. If I can get better Starlink equipment there, that'd be great, but I haven't had much luck in that
wrapped up
department.
that job you asked for, Commander.
Financial report is going to come after this missions are done. Hopefully, I don't think it's going to be, but hopefully this is the end of it. But I have a feeling this is just one more encounter. I don't feel like we've got the Dobrev yet, but it better be worth it. It better be worth it. I've gone through so many of these missions to get this far. I wasted so much time at the end of my actual time limit portion flying around that I didn't need to. If I would have known the game was going to continue, I would have done things differently. I would have been less finalistic about it, if that's a word. Yes, my old friend. Here we go. Rare items is our bonus for completing this, but it's a long engagement, which means this is probably 2, if not 3 missions. We found the Dobrev. Oof, it's half buried. Superstructure is warped and bent, presumably the cumulative effects of multiple misjumps. It's been warped out of form. We don't care about the ship itself, we care about what's in it. What's going on? Remember that crate of parts the bounty hunter gave us, the one that proclaimed as an obvious trap? It was a trap. One of my mech techs found a tracking device embedded in the metal. The damn thing's been pipping our location to the nearest HPG. Great. So Bounty Hunter is following us as well. Bounty Hunter is ridiculous. They're trying to make him out to be like a Boba Fett, I think, with their coloring and stuff like that. It's kind of silly. Bounty Hunter is following us, is what I'm saying. He's been since we parted ways on Independence. Great. That's fine. Kicked his butt too. And I have a stinking suspicion that I know why. He's after the Dobrev, and we just led him straight to it. So not only do we have Black Widow, but now we have Bounty Hunter. I'm not too concerned. I have a mech bay full of assault mechs. They could murder our entire company, Commander, if we don't pick up the pace. We're going to have to fight them both at once. Hey, that's the way I like to do things. That means this is going to be an awesome battle. You guys are in for a good one, I think. Oh, Motorborn. Mother is a relic from the Star League AI that's been helping us out for this campaign portion. Has some more combat drones providing fire support. Well, we'll need it. Oh, this is going to be good. I'm so excited. I like a good fight. And this is going to be a good fight. 5 stars, man. This is going to be just a brutal war. I got to figure out, are we going to do this with a little, it's in the Badlands. How subtle should I be? Should I take in the Orion and utilize our cloaking? I think it's worth it. I like the Banshee, but the Banshee doesn't have the firepower. I mean, on paper it has firepower, but it's incorporating all those short-range missile or short-range lasers. I have no idea who I'm gonna bring in with us. I don't even know what I want to take. I want the Orion. I don't necessarily want to be the one piloting it, though. I think Freak Show's ability to act early. I'd rather have this acting later. The 2 king crabs are killer, especially this one with the double Gosses. My Atlas can take a licking, and it's powerful at any range, but it does lack that one big weapon power hit, you know, the big alpha strike that I like. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna, although I'd love to have them using my Cyclops to shut them down constantly. That's a little too much subtlety, and I don't want that much. I want some. Oh, then there's the awesome. Those 3 PPCs would be fun. The catapults can't take enough damage. They're heavy mechs, not assault mechs. That makes them significantly less on the armor. They're both great at taking out small targets, but they're not great against the biggies. And I have a feeling we're going to go up against some biggies. Warhammer. The thing is about the Warhammer, he's got 2 PPCs. If I want PPCs, I can go to the Awesome. He's got 3. Cataphract. No, not. He's kind of like the. Kind of like what's the one I pulled out of here? Oh, the Banshee. He's great at all levels, at all ranges, but he doesn't really have he doesn't have that alpha strike power that I'm looking for. It's really going to come down to the Archer or the Mad Cat, I think, for my heavy. It's going to be 2 assault mechs and my 2 heavies. Mad Cat definitely has knockout potential. The Gauss rifle. I like having a field of Gausses because of the ability just to knock out a mech with a single shot. The Archer, on the other hand, with its double LRM-20s, can rain fire from a long, long range and doesn't even need direct line of sight. On paper, this looks like, yeah, he's got more firepower, but yeah, you're throwing in those small lasers. This one is all about the single. Statistically, they're very close. The Mad Cat has a little better durability. It's got 5 more tons than the Archer, of course. They move them at the same rate. there's a wild card in this, the Lance Command Pod. It gives a bunch of extra, it gives extra called shots to all the members of the company of the Lance. So I think that's enough. It'll give us a few more extra called shots. I think that's worth it. I don't know whether I'm going to take the Atlas or not. Oh, I'm going to regret it if one of these guys doesn't pan out, but it's super slow. I mean, at least the Orion and Marauder have a little speed under them, but these guys are just so slow. But the durability and firepower, melee, even if they run out of ammo, they're still deadly. Okay, that's what I'm going to deploy. Now, who am I going to deploy? So we got to take a look at heat efficiency. 4, and pretty good. Orion doesn't overheat very often. So the heating factor doesn't matter. So let's get earlier actions. Put the Jayhawk in the Orion. So both my Orion and my Marauder are heavies, but they're going to be acting like mediums. That's going to give them a lot of earlier in the initiative chances to do damage. Unfortunately, I don't have enough of those. I only have one more, and that's Screw Loose. Okay. So should I go with heat? Oh, I gotta go with multiple targets. I love the multiple targets that these guys have. It enables them to split their two arms, so you can shoot at two different targets. And these guys don't have that capacity. That's a big disadvantage, because I like the Marauder to have that, but yeah. Okay, I think that's good. That's what we're going to go with. Because we're not doing a mission for somebody, there is no negotiation for salvage. We're just going to get what we get. We don't even get any money for this. We're in this to get the salvage from that ship. Okay, gotta get that excitement level back up. Yeah, the last time we saw it, we let it get away because we didn't want it to get destroyed. We let the person we were tracking take it from us. But now we got it. The question is there anything left in it? Okay, now this is important. The worst fights I've been in have been ones where we got stuck in a crossfire with enemies on both sides of us and they wiped us out. Bowman mercenaries. Hired guns, not zealots. Afford if we don't clean out the derelict. Black Widow and Bounty Hunter are also on top of us, so this... Ooh, this is new. Okay, well, they're not going to be that useful when they get knocked out, but they're not going to stay in our little cloak. Okay. What to do. Well, we can't go up this thing at all because I don't have anybody with jump jets. So I guess we're just going to move forward and whatever happens, happens. Taking it on.
On the move.
Moving to position.
Enemy detected.
Now, if we stay close together, take out our opponents in pieces. Now they're going to come in here and try to take out our little drones if they see them. Okay, freak show. I like the terrain. I like the fact that they have this big ass mountain of rock here. Keeps all of our opponents in front of us. Too worried about getting flanked over here. It's pretty nasty terrain. Okay, so what do we got against us here? King crab of their own and a cyclops. There's no way I'm going to take out that king crab in one shot, but maybe this one. But here's the thing. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to try to get the jump on them because they're not going to get within my zone. I'm going to make sure my next round is
Aye, aye.
superbly powerful. Okay, I got to reserve that one. Now these guys are going to come in and try to get in range and start shooting. I don't really want them to do that, but I don't control them, so if they want to start doing damage, so much the better, I guess. Any distraction helps, especially when they don't know where I am.
Warning.
Ugh.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
So there goes my chance to get a first shot on them. Now I have to engage.
Guess I'll give it to him then. I think I just hit on something special.
Just keep hitting them. They'll start to accumulate.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, I don't have a choice.
On my way.
Taking a chance I'm gonna get flanked, but still doesn't have a target. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna try to get a better shot next round. Okay, he's going after our drones. Yeah, strays.
Taking minimal damage.
Commander.
Mako also can't get a great shot off.
Affirmative.
Alright, we're going to do better the next round. We're going to get these guys flanked, so as long as nobody's coming up the other side here, and it looks like it's the edge of the map. Yeah, unfortunately, that stupid active probe
Damage minimal.
sensor lock kind of screwed me over. But that's alright. They got some big mechs. Okay, so somebody's landing there. Great. Are they going to be allied with these guys, or are they going to shoot it out with them too? It'd be great if they could fight amongst themselves. I've had some fights where that happened. I was in a tournament, a pirate-held tournament. So here's the thing. If I come over here, I'm going to get a better angle on that stupid little twat that pinged me.
Engaging target.
Oh, it didn't destroy him.
Commander? Copy that. Firing a full salvo.
That's a demolisher. Jeez. It's an elite tank.
Move her down.
Okay, well, it's one of them. We gotta knock these guys out in a hurry because there's another wave coming in.
I'm listening.
Alright. Stealth be damned. We need to take these guys out. Oh, wait. What the heck? How come we can't see? It's right in front of him. Why can't he attack? Ugh. Did I run with him? I didn't think I was running with him. Or did I move after I attacked? Maybe I moved after I
What's up, boss?
attacked.
Mission confirmed.
Let's get into it. Oh, this is gonna be a fight. I'm not used to fighting against guys my own size. It's been so long since I've seen an assault back against them. Those guys are putting up some good fire. It's pestering them just enough that they're not focusing on me. That's not
Warning.
good.
Armor breached.
Yeah, no
Internal
kidding.
damage.
No kidding. I'm gonna have to be a little more careful. Just keep flinging missiles at them. Battlemaster.
They've got a lock on me.
Yeah, well, I gotta take these guys. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've befriended some pirates that should be showing up to help me, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Well, we're invisible again, so they're not gonna be targeting us until I start shooting at them.
Awaiting orders.
I'm gonna back off. Let's see if this ploy works. Because they're slow mechs too. I hate the angle, but I can't do anything
Roger
about
that.
it. Moving our shield back. Notice where the shield is. Unless they cross that line, we should be okay. I get into a more defensive position because we're gonna have 8 mechs against us here. Well, 7 mechs against us. See what they do on their turn, because I still got these guys flinging stuff, so that'll keep them distracted.
Yeah. On my way.
We're not getting our targeting hits. That's the whole reason why I brought that Marauder, is because I was hoping we'd get a bunch of extra targeting bonuses, but we haven't gotten them yet. Maybe our initiative isn't up. There's no way he's going to get... No way! He had to have run. There's no way his walking speed would have gotten him
Ready
close
for
enough.
orders. Copy that.
Oh, crap. Oh, this just sucks. I could have gotten my free round.
Critical hit.
Instead, all of my guys wasted their turn by not attacking. Wasn't the end of the world. We're still going to get a lot of damage on these guys. It just didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out.
Losing lots of armor.
God, he had to run at full speed and get to that specific spot. God dang it.
Standing
Okay.
by.
No more playing around.
Firing all weapons.
All weapons committed.
God, doesn't seem like much, does it? Take him out! We're in
I've
the
been
tree line,
centralized.
so we have some defenses, but man,
Commander.
I am not getting my stupid targeting bonuses at all. Alright, so my small lasers are all gonna do the short range.
Firing at him.
Nope. Come on, missiles, help us out here. Destroyed a heat sink. This is not going well. It's not going horribly, but it's not going well. I was hoping at least one of these guys would have been knocked out by now. Without the ability to do my targeting, I'm really getting screwed. I really need to be able to take these guys out.
Orders. Firing.
Shoot, shut down. Didn't knock him out. I'm gonna be
Target's
shut
taking
down.
a critical hit.
Dang it.
Engine shut down. I'm gonna sit down.
Yes, I'm a sitting duck. Are they out of, I was gonna say, are they out of missiles? Rear angle. Love it. Love it. Lost a leg. If we destroy the other leg, he's knocked out. He's in bad shape. He still has fight. 3 medium lasers. That's not bad. He's mostly
Reporting
impotent.
internal damage.
Take out that other leg. That was highly inaccurate.
Warning. Armor breached.
My Marauder's
Internal
getting
damage.
pounded.
Systems holding.
Just getting pounded. Here we go. No problem there. They missed most of their shots. Jesus. What do I got? 90-ton mech. Okay, so where can we retreat to? I gotta keep pulling back because right now we're sitting ducks.
Commander. Moving out.
Finally.
Let's see how you like this.
Did it. Head destroyed. Took him out without having
Hope we can salvage that.
to mess around with all this stupid armor. He's got it targeted. 1-2. It's a waste on him. Absolute waste. I do not want him up there. Oh crap. No. 2 out.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Gotta take him out. Get invisible. Ah, they pinged him.
Yeah. Yep. Pulling the trigger.
Come on. Come on.
Scored a critical hit.
Take him out. Still in it. Just one more missile salvo should take him out. There we go. Okay, so that whole lance has been destroyed now. 1 vehicle, 3 mechs, but we got the next wave coming at us. That's Black Widow. All right,
Ready
Mako,
for orders.
restart. Turn invisible. These guys have already been pinged. But ping just lasts for a single round, so they should be invisible again. It's alright. I can shoot the king crabs all day long. That's fine. I gotta cool my mechs down though, so I need 1 round of rest and relaxation here.
Yes, Commander.
I can't move Jayhawk yet. Alright, we're gonna have to move.
Aye, aye.
No, we're gonna have to wait. Reserve. So what I want to do... Oh, that's next round. Ooh, Stalker. Haven't seen one of those. Haven't seen one of those at all in this playthrough, actually. That's a
Right
big
here.
mech with a lot of short-range weapons on it.
I'm going.
He doesn't know where we're at.
Awaiting orders.
Come on. Reserve.
Copy that.
I don't really like Stalkers. They have a bunch of short range and relatively shorter range, medium range weapons. They basically have a huge amount of armor. They plod right into the middle of combat and then light you up.
Waiting for orders.
It's not my favorite style of combat. I'm going to use a sprint so I can get closer to this. Let's see, there.
I copy.
Cool down. The advantage of taking a round off and not fighting them is it gets my temperature down. I mean, they are moving closer to us. I don't want to waste a round moving towards them to shoot them. I want them to be in range when I'm ready to strike.
Standing by. Confirm.
So, just so you can see it, I got a line up here. All 4 of my guys. Got a little wall there. I mean, come on. That has got to be a pretty strong defensive position there. That's a wall. I mean, even if they could see us, and they can't, they would only have our head and shoulders above that thing. I mean, that's a pretty good defensive position. Luckily, most of my guys have long-range weapons, so we're going to be able to pound these guys. But right now, these two are still trailing back here. It's an 80-ton and a 90-ton mech, and I don't even know what the heck they are.
Locked on.
That's a Highlander. Better not, yeah. And a Victor. Okay. So we know where the quarry is. Those are 4 assault mechs. And I have 2 assault mechs and 2 heavies. Do I have targeting advantage?
Commander?
Yes, I do. Precision strike these guys. It's only an 18% chance, but if I can knock out his head...
Target locked.
Nope, hit him in the arm.
Engaging target.
Did some damage. Now these guys are firing, and they're not quite their rear arc yet, but at least they're being flanked. So taking some damage on their left or on their right side, I guess. See, he's turning around. He's going after them.
They've got a sensor lock on me. Yeah.
95 either way. It's a very low percentage, but as they get closer, that percentage will go up.
Firing at him.
2 shoulder shots. And just firing those Gauss cannons on their own isn't a high heat weapon either, so... See, they gotta get in close. Their weapons are such that they need to get closer to us to shoot them off. That's fine. That's fine. I can absorb that all day.
That one was a bad one right there.
That autocannon
I can't take much more of this.
was good, but he doesn't have any targeting advantage. Well, he hasn't acted yet, so I better shoot at him first. Maybe I can knock out a weapon or 2.
Roger.
Missed. Bunch of 2 damages, I'm not worried.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
They're getting distracted. They're definitely distracted by those 4 probes. It's splitting their attention, which is it's going to help me out. Ooh, left leg destroyed. That's not good.
I'm going over.
We're cloaked. I want them to act before me. This is where I was going to say earlier. I would want to keep reserving my guys. Make them all take their actions.
Got a lock on me.
That's fine. Reserve. If they keep shooting at him, I'll just have to take it. But if my guys get to act last, then we can do some damage without taking it to, directly from them. He was going to act last this round anyway, so none of that doesn't really matter. Still isn't within range. Okay. So the Victor hasn't done anything, and neither has the one back there, but that's fine. He's out of range. Now we can start doing some stuff. First, get off your
Standing
feet.
by.
Or get on your feet.
Regain footing.
Has
Good to
no
go.
ability to move.
Roger that.
Lethal damage. Headshot. Took him out with that single hit. All
One
those
less
missiles were
target.
a waste. So he took out my leg, but I took off his head. I'll take that exchange any day. I love it. They're just distracting them. They're not doing enough damage to matter. Just flinging shots at us. They don't know where we are.
Copy.
Alright. I'm moving in.
Copy.
Close the gap so more of my weapons can come to bear.
Affirmative.
Keep bringing it. Keep bringing it. This is their last action for the round. The other reason why I pushed him forward
That one tagged me good.
so you can take the
Standing
damage.
by.
I'm gonna get these assault mechs up front. I gotta get the heavy mechs over here to the side. Okay, what do I want to do here?
Giving him everything I've got.
Right leg destroyed. Right torso destroyed. Right arm
Reporting
destroyed.
critical hits.
He's in bad shape. Take out his left leg and he's out. This is where I'm going to try to start working on my own flanking maneuvers.
Engaging target.
They're invisible again. But I can't worry about that. We need to take these guys out before they get a chance to do anything. He's done. Destroyed his other leg.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Aye, aye. On the move.
Harmless.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Still gotta tangle with that Highlander.
Commander.
Okay, let's go out wide.
Affirmative.
Yeah! Head
That's a
destroyed.
kill, Commander.
And then there was one. Of course, it's the Highlander. It's gotta be only one. Because there can be only one. Oh, I love the references. Ouch. He's got his teeth still. He hasn't taken enough damage yet. Make a
Receiving you.
last act.
Roger that.
He's not in good shape either.
My mech is limping.
Yeah, I can tell. Your slow mech is even slower than normal.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Okay.
AC-20 ammo gone.
Yep. All four of these guys shooting at the same guy. That's helpful. Every time somebody shoots at him, their evasion goes down one. See, now he's got no evasion. So now he's going to be even easier to hit.
Engaging target.
Hit the button. We hit the head.
Yes, Commander.
Just didn't do enough damage.
Moving to
A little
position.
closer.
Firing all weapons.
Blew his head
Tango
off.
down.
Whoa, ha, ha, ha. So we got rid of the Bowman group. Oh, that wasn't Black Widow. That was the Bowman group. We still got our window. Series of missed jumps given its current condition. Could also be flooded. It's impossible to say what condition navigation is until examining it myself. Find out soon enough.
Mission successful.
Maybe that was a Black Widow. It was a red symbol. It probably was. I think the first group we faced were the mercenaries. Did damage though. We're not gonna have the losing the Marauders okay, because that was the last second decision to add them. Losing the King Crab, that hurts. Okay. Look at all the salvage we get to pick from, and there's nothing here we really want. We didn't even pick it up, stupid. There we go. I don't use leg mods, they require too much jumping. Standard heat sinks, don't need those. Take the stand. Would you stop doing that? Oh. +4 ooh. +4. Good stuff. Yeah, +4 damage. Accuracy, critical. I can't really walk away from those medium laser upgraded medium lasers because they're so hard to get, it seems, in this game. +20 damage. Those 120 damage potential. Wow. And we'll just take our chances that we'll get some decent mech scrap. I would like to get another King Crab. I got one in process of building. I don't have a Highlander. I just hope I just don't get a bunch of heat sinks. I'll be ticked off if they give me a crap load of heat sinks. Come on. Good. Okay, I got a Highlander, Stalker, which I don't have, and 2 parts of a Victor. That's not bad. It could be better, but it's not bad. I would have loved to have gotten another King Crab. My goal is to have 4 King Crabs. Slow moving, gnarly looking, big weapon carrying monsters. It's working. Ship is strange, very Spartan, very cold. Yeah, just like the clan. It's just a ship dock. As far as salvage concerned, analyzing schematics, hidden cargo bays. Wait for the other shoe to drop. Damaged but operable. Star charts and navigation logs have suffered mild to moderate data loss. Files are scrambled, but not irreparably so. Great. Why do I have a feeling I'm going to be defending this stupid thing. It's used to build me, but there's differences that I'm at a loss to explain because it's been several hundred years since they were, those people weren't missing. And I'm telling you, they're foreshadowing the clan invasion. The Black Widow and Bounty Hunter are coming. Yeah, so that wasn't Black Widow. We don't have time to screw around. Speaking of which, we're being hailed. It's Bowman. Congratulations, Commander. You've won. Behold the fruits of your victory, the flooded wreck of a doomed ship, the carcass of a marvel. What do you want? I want you to collect your team and leave. I won't force you. I've grown weary of feeding individuals to the meat grinder that you call a company. He'll pay you 2 million sea bills. I like the money, but I like what the story on this more than anything. Cutting and running is sounding really good to me. She has never been on my side. We're on the cusp of solving one of the greatest mysteries in the history of the human race. We could find what became of the Star League. That's more important than money. I don't want to leave yet either. I didn't drag my entire salvage crew onto the sunken death trap just to walk away with nothing. Feelings will get hurt. The quest is on. Finding the new Star League is super deep space, maybe hundreds of KF jumps away. A pipe dream. Chasing ghosts. Keep your money. I would love to make a playthrough where I make that deal, but I can get 2 million just by selling off gear. It's just not worth it. Money is easy to come by, friend. It comes and it goes. We're about to get shit kicked by the 2 biggest badasses in the known universe, and we gave up 2 million sea bills for the opportunity. We didn't fare well against Bowman Group, man. When they brought their biggies, we won, but man. It's time. Got visual on Black Widow's dropship, and the Argo sensors just picked up an emergence signal that probably came from the bounty hunter. Anyone want to take bets on who's going to kill us first? Neither. We're going to fight them and we're going to win. This company built itself up from nothing. We've fought for every inch of progress we've made, and when the day is done, we'll be the frontier mercenaries who fought against not one, but 2 living legends, and won. Honest to good giant killers. I have a feeling we're going to lose some mechs. I mean, we won't lose them, but we're going to lose a lot of systems, and they're going to get destroyed. This fight is going to be about durability. Durability and firepower and my ability to get headshots off. Kill the Black Widow. Tell Rai demand a parlay. The XO got a little flowery with his words there, but he's right. Now get the Black Widow on the line. Hostility. Whatever good fortune you've been coasting on just ran out, Korosak. When your cockpit collapses around you, remember that I gave you a way out of this. Remember that you refused it. You want a piece of me? The feeling's mutual. You can consider this a formal challenge. We fight lance to lance. Winner takes the derelict. Eat those words, Kerensky, and I will bury them there. Even if you manage to disable Black Widow's mech somehow, she'll just eject and get another one. It's only a matter of time before she makes it to the Dobrev. I don't know about you, Doc, but I don't want to be around when she gets here. We're on the same page, believe me. The moment the Morbjorn finishes collecting his navigation lines, we're ready to run. After we're safely back aboard the Argo, the Black Widow can do whatever she wants with the Dobrev. We won't need it. We don't need to protect the derelict indefinitely. I get that. But there's one thing I haven't gotten a straight answer to on yet. How the hell are we supposed to win a fight against Black Widow? And how the double hell are we supposed to beat her and the bounty hunter at the same time? We don't need to beat them. All we need to do is live long enough for them to beat each other. Because they hate each other, right? The blood feud she told us about back on Apian. This could work. I'm still scared shitless, mind you, but yeah, it could work. So this fight is going to be about defense. Well, guess what mechs I'm going to be using? I'm going to stay out of sight as much as possible. Before I get into that, I'm going to fix up my mechs. Yep, it's going to require a refit. His left leg got destroyed after all. Nothing I can't handle, just a couple of heat sinks. Got some heat banks to throw on some of these mechs. This isn't the one that needs it. It's the ones that are on one that needs it. So I'm not going to waste my heat banks on this guy. Up his melee combat. I mean, since I'm here. Cockpit bonus. Do we have something with a little more health? Injury resistance, that's what I got. Yeah, so nothing extra there. Arm mods, the problem with them is they weigh tonnage. They both weigh 2, so in order for me to put one on... See, this one is free, because this one is a non-plussed one. So I'm only getting plus 5 melee damage, but I could go up to plus 40 or 50. 40 damage or 50 melee stability damage. But it'll cost 2 tons, and that's either going to come at the cost of armor or heat sinks. I really don't want to strip any more armor out of this thing. You saw what happened to him last fight. Doesn't have much armor on his legs. Excess ammo to get rid of. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it on this one. I want to, but at a critical time in my fight, I don't want to risk it.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, then there's the Marauder. It just needs repairing. That's fine. Let's find something that really could use the heatsink boost. Like the Banshee. One of these guys has a double heatsink somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's not this one. So the problem with this one is, if I want to use this heat exchanger, that weighs 2 tons. Heat bank only weighs 1. It basically replaces a heat sink. I'll pop a heat sink out and put this in its place, but it takes up 4 slots. Putting it in an arm is so risky. I'm better off putting it in the leg. Oh, this is such a bad situation. I could redistribute all these heat sinks. Might be what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm going to put 2 in the legs, so if I do find some water, they'll be more efficient. At least they are in the tabletop version. I have no idea whether they're any more efficient on here. Put 1 in the arm and get rid of this one. To put in a heat bank. Same tonnage. But look at the heat efficiency went from 1 to max. That's pretty awesome. So confirm that. I'm still probably not going to use this in the upcoming fight, so that's fine to put it on the
I'll let you know when that's
fix
done.
up detail. He doesn't have enough firepower. I'm not going to waste it on him. So the next one I'm thinking about is got some 2s. Yeah, the Battle Master is the next one that needs it. Actually, I want it on the Awesome. I've been trying to get heat sink advantage on the Awesome forever. Let's see. Yeah. Before I go there, let's see if I have any machine guns. Ooh, that's a weightless machine gun. I love that. I love that. Okay, get rid of that. Put that in there. Do we have an extra? No, I just have 2. Just have 2. That one gets plus 5 shots. This one's got plus 25 critical. Yeah, that's awesome. Effectively, that creates more damage. Because what it's doing is, if you notice up there, it says it's doing 3 damage times 10. A standard one is only times 5. It's getting 5 shots off. So this guy it's kind of like the Ultra Auto Cannon. It's firing twice as often. So it'll burn through the ammo faster, but it has the potential to do 30 damage as opposed to just doing, 15. This one's got that bonus to critical, but the real advantage is that it's weightless. So that gives me a half a ton back, which I can put into armor. Or I can use it to help offset the cost of the heat bank. I really want to put this in the Awesome, though. Yeah, but this guy needs it. Drop a heat sink. Still gets a half ton. I could put another half ton of ammo in, or swap this for a full ton of ammo. But I think putting a half ton of armor is pretty good, making them a little tougher. Heat efficiency just got massively upgraded. And the subtle short-range firepower upgrade isn't bad either.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, the awesome heat efficiency isn't too bad, actually. I mean, yes, he is overloaded with heat sinks, which is the problem. That's the reason why I wanted to use him on him, because I wanted to cut down on him. His whole mech is just covered in heat sinks, head to toe. He's already got 2 exchangers in there. I mean, do I really want to put in a third? I don't even know if they're even working collectively. Yeah, it must be, because it went up. So we take out another heat sink. Oh, we're gonna have to take out 2. Wait, does that weigh 2? Oh, it does. Okay, we'll put that one back. Take the 2 that are in the torsos. But it's basically a wash. It frees up some space, so if I really wanted to put in a gyro upgrade, I could. I think I'll do that. Stability damage, melee hits. Melee hit would be okay. Or hit defense. Hit defense is good. I upgraded it, and it really didn't do a whole lot, because basically the heat efficiency stayed where it was. It's just, it freed up some slots. Cuts down on the number of heat sinks that are going to get damaged every time he gets shot at. I would have liked to have added armor, but his armor isn't bad. Okay. Oh, I was going to use the awesome in the next fight,
Right.
too.
I'll get it in the
So
schedule.
what are we going to use? We're going to use... I'm going to put the Atlas back out there because we need the power. Oh, wow. This is going to be... This is going to be something. Let's see if my mech warrior guys, my guys that are trying to level up, have leveled up.
I'm listening.
Excellent.
Mech warrior training complete.
And...
Yes, Commander.
No, because I haven't used him. Okay. Next fight, standoff 2. This is a big one. This is a big one. And we are definitely bringing the Atlas into the fray. We still got the Orion functioning. We're going to need that because we're going to try to stay out of harm's way as long as possible. I have to calculate the risks of adding the Cyclops. His ability to shut down a single mech can't really be underestimated, but it's one of those all or nothing type of things. He's not the most... He is pretty durable, though. I've jacked up his armor because I had to rely on that short range quality. I just don't know if it's worth it. I want the Bull Shark. I want the ability to pound the living crap out of somebody. Okay. Our heat efficiency isn't too bad. I'm kind of wasting the Atlas. That's okay. 3 assaults and a heavy. That's pretty good. Do I need... I'm trying to think if he's going to need multiple targeting. Yes, he does. King Crab. Multiple targeting for sure. Orion. Acting earlier in the round is not advantageous. I'm taking Jayhawk out. And we're going to put recoil in for the ability to fire at 2 different targets. Freak Show is what Freak Show has always been. One badass bee. So the Bull Shark's going to act last every round. Everybody else are going to act in the second. Or the second, well, it's the 4th round. If anybody gets to the 5 level, most of them don't. Usually they light mechs act in 4, medium mechs act in 3, heavies in 2, and assaults at 1. I wasn't worried about Dobrev. I thought we were going to fight Dobrev and not Dobrev, the Bowman group. I thought we were going to fight Bowmans at the same time as the Black Widow. No, it's Black Widow and Bounty Hunter. Well, this is not very defensible terrain. Facing off against Certified Badass with another one on the way, and they're both spoiling for a fight. Uh-oh, they're right there. We're gonna defeat you. Send you running with your tail between your legs. Yeah. See, the trick is that they have
watch your sensors.
they have a lot of next gen tech. They're secretly clan that have been reinserted into the inner sphere, just like Wolf's Dragoons. Well, we're gonna make them come at us. I'm just gonna back the heck up into the tree line. I'm trying to see what the borders are for our map. I wish it would show heck yeah. We got all the way back here. See, this is how far... We can't cross this border. Well, technically we can. We just can't end our turn across this border. It's out of the area of engagement. So what I see is my enemy is over there. Now, if we go forward and engage them, great. And then, boom, they land right next to us and we end up in a crisscross fight. My idea is to play retreat. Get up into this forest line. Just keep pulling back, delaying until the bounty hunter shows up, and hopefully they'll fight amongst themselves, and then we can engage in the fight and do some damage. It's a defensive strategy. Hopefully it pays off.
Got it.
Could, another option, if I had jump jets I'd be more likely to take the high ground, but it takes so long to get off of these things without the ability just to jump down the mountain, and I don't think any of these guys got
Receiving
jump
you.
jets. No, they don't. So I'm probably better off pulling over here, just trying to keep our distance.
Roger that.
On my way.
I wonder if we can get up this hill. I don't think so. Actually, I think we can. Get right up in here.
Position confirmed.
Affirmative.
Confirmed.
I better make sure these guys can get there.
Move
Okay, I
orders.
guess we're going up the hill.
Heading out.
On my way.
Oh, this is a very good defensive position.
Roger that.
Location confirmed.
Location confirmed.
Wonder if they're actually coming at us or not. This may have been a big waste. If I don't get within a certain range of them, maybe it's not going to trigger the attack. I don't know. I picked some good terrain. If it wasn't for really long-range weapons. We can't go back much farther because that's the end of the line. Well, they took a turn. That's good. I want Freak Show to be over here. Good.
Roger. Venting heat and stabilizing.
There. Just shuffling around where I have my...
Copy that.
There we go.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
Oh, I just realized I'm not within the range of the
Receiving you.
flip-flop.
On my way.
Location confirmed.
There we go.
On my way.
Up to round 12.
think I'll flush some heat.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant
Alright,
system.
they're not... I don't think they're coming up here, so I'm going to have to go closer to them. This didn't work. So let's head over to this spot. Not penalized for the number of rounds it takes. I'm working on strategy, man.
Aye, aye.
Confirmed.
I copy.
Yep.
Just try to keep those dots
I
clustered.
copy.
Oh my luck, the stupid landing site for the bounty hunter is going to be right over here.
Coordinates received.
There we go.
It's time to...
There we go. That's fine. I'm so glad we didn't approach them direct from though, because we would have had them on both sides of us. Can they get to us up here? Ooh, that's a nice shelf, isn't it? That is a really nice shelf, but they can easily walk right up around us. If I had some... Oh, this is good. I like this position. Maybe they spread out looking for us. I don't know. I don't really want them to come our way. I want these two just to hook up before they even know we're here. Well, they know we're here, but you know what I mean. Before I take a shot, I want them to be fighting. That's not good. That's not good. Yep, there's a ping.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
There's a ping.
Yeah. I'm going.
If we get behind here, they'll have to be long-range missiles they're going to use on us. It's alright. It's alright if they come at, because I mean, this is a shelf. What I don't want them to do is to try to outflank us. If they come directly at us along this shelf line, with these guys landing right here, that puts them right between us. So bring it on, Black Widow. Let's see what kind of a fighter
Good
you
to
really
go.
are.
Affirmative.
That's out of the range of all my weapons. I can see him, I can target him, but I don't have any weapons that can reach him. See, that's what I don't want. I don't want direct fire weapons. I want to make sure that they can only hit us with long-range missiles. So I'm going to have to move
Ready for
my
orders.
Atlas. Behind this little rocky outcropping here. There we go. Now this should be interesting. Gang's all here. What do they got? Oh, I just noticed that Dobrev is over there. That's what we're fighting for, folks. Thing that warps from one world to another. Wait, is that who I think it is? Is there a goddamn arachnid on the field? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Smallest dog barks the loudest. I'll quiet down soon enough. We got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Only we don't got any Mexicans. Oh, I can't even see the action. They're gonna destroy themselves, and I'm not even gonna get within range of them. Oh, no, no. Use all your missiles up. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. I want to see them use up all their little missiles. I'm gonna get in close enough to blow this guy. Ooh, a Marauder. That's nice. It's cute. I only got an LRM-20 though. Well, that's weird. Oh, must be because of the angle. I can only hit him with the LRM-20. And I can hit him with almost everything. Everything except for my short range lasers. And I got a precision strike coming to me.
Engaging target.
Hit him in the head. He's injured. Oh, they're changing their direction. You don't turn your back on me. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like the. Oh, I like this position so much. Bounty Hunter brought some big hitters. Wish I knew what they were.
Right
fighting.
here.
Okay, unfortunately you can't get within range to shoot. So we're gonna have to sprint. To there. Won't be able to do anything this round, but next round I'll be ready. I got a surprise for these guys though.
How's it going?
Okay, recoil's not moving. Even though I can't target anybody from where she's at, or he's at. I can't move out of the range of that one though, so he's just gonna have to stay there for a turn. That's fine.
Bracing for
It's a
impact.
Mako that I'm gonna bring. Is it Mako? Yeah, Mako. You know what? I'm gonna lay right in the middle of that field of fire over there. Bring on the artillery, boys. It's not gonna destroy anybody, but it's gonna lay some damage on a lot of them. Especially with how close they are. It's gonna hurt Black Widow a lot more. I wish I could see the action.
Commander.
Oh, the only problem is it's only got a range of about here. I'll be able to increase it a little bit, but it's still not going to get close enough. Dang! I wanted to just drop that on him. Shoot. If I sprint. That's not going to be enough range. I can't get down there. Oh, shoot. Let's just
Acknowledged.
sprint. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I wish they could bring their action right about here. That'd be great. What the heck is that? Annihilator. I remember seeing whatever that is on its head. Well, we're invisible now, sort of. Yes, get closer. I want to get him in this sweet spot, right in here. Yes! Keep damaging each other, keep damaging each other. Closer, closer, closer. good, guys. This is all good. If they can just stay tightly clustered like this, I'm gonna get a couple of good shots with my mortar. Oh yes, he's even moving closer to him. Aren't those vicious looking mechs? Look at those, black with the little red stripes on them. Very sports car-esque. Still can't see the bounty hunters, dudes. That thing on top, I've never seen that before. This is familiar. That is not familiar to me. Warhammer. Can't see the other ones, but look at how closely tight they are over there.
What's up, boss?
Now, where can I get within close enough range? Well, let's see if I can do it from here. Oh, yes. Raining hellfire.
Fire down range.
Hey, we took out multiple mechs on that one. Stay close together, guys. You guys just stay close together.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Yeah?
That was so worth it. Now I want to shoot the guys that are farthest from the group, especially if they got their back turned to me. Don't you dare turn your back on
Guess
me.
I'll give it to him then.
Destroyed his gyro.
I'm guessing you didn't like that, did ya?
Keep pinging me. I don't like it when people ping me. You wouldn't like it when people ping me.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Hey there.
Recoil. Staying right where he is. Recoil.
Need something, Chief?
Don't really want to waste it, but it's the only thing I can hit.
Got the angle. Taking the shot.
Destroyed his gyro.
That hit something good.
Bonus to gyro. And we're invisible again. Just love this. Stay clustered together. That's what I want to see. They're all in bad shape. I wish I could see their mechs, but they're just out of range. Love that. That was awesome. There he is.
I've been sensor locked.
Yeah, they like locking me. That's an archer. Yep, look at him. Looks like a weird Barney, or not Barney, but it looks like a weird little dinosaur thing. Well, since you sensor locked me, you bastard. Nope, I gotta use my resources where they're gonna be used the best. Okay, that's gonna overheat me. What can I shut down here?
Engaging target.
Shredded him. Fall on his face, he's out of it.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh, he's the one that got pinged. Oh well, that's fine.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Love this, love this, love this.
Commander.
Waiting for orders.
Reserve. I need to get Mako active. Nope, stay there. Oh, look at that funky paint job. You know you're badass if you have a paint job like that, because you're telling the whole world, I don't care what I look like. Oh, I have to wait one more round as a cooldown. That's alright. That's alright. We got other weapons. This guy keeps pinging me. ass up.
That's a kill.
I don't like being pinged. Oh, this couldn't have turned out any better, guys. It's not that they can't shoot us, they're just too busy attacking each other to spend much ordnance on us. In order for them to get to us without directly coming at this cliffside, they have to go up and around. Yeah.
I'm listening.
Now Screw Loose can shoot. That guy's almost gone. Let's split my shots. Goss for each.
Here we go.
I could get 2 kills here. Not quite. 2 good hits though.
That was a critical hit, that was.
And we go invisible again. Oh, recoil's
What's up,
got a
Bob?
shot.
I copy.
Oh, he's in bad shape.
Think I hit something good.
Optimized capacitors? I don't have optimized capacitors. Wow, those Black Widow mechs are clan tech all the way. They're not clan mechs, but they have clan tech up and down and up inside them all over.
Yeah, they got a lock on me.
Okay, so he's got
Yeah.
lock on. I want to make sure I get a shot off. You know what happens when people lock
Scored
me?
a critical hit.
I kick their butts. There's still some mechs out here. After we wipe all these guys out, we're gonna have to get down there and take out the rest of them. Oh, they're not all clustered together quite as tight as they were before, but serve.
Standing by.
Come on, you guys out in the periphery, get in a little closer. Oop. Looks like a little mech went down, or took some damage anyway. Oof, missed.
Yes, Commander.
I want to take a chance that maybe somebody's close enough that that can hit.
Fire downrange.
Nope. Did a lot of damage nonetheless. Another mech falls. Not even gonna get used my short range weapons. These guys are all gonna get plastered. Nope. I'm gonna shoot the guy with his back to us. He's out. I think all of the Black Widows are dead now. Maybe there's one left.
Locking on.
There's still at least one Black Widow over there. Yep, right there. Okay, I think it's time, guys. It's time to get back down in there and wrap up and see what kind of carnage is on the field in the areas we haven't seen yet. Torso. Just want to do some damage.
I'm
Screw
listening.
loose.
Roger that. Here you go.
God, God, how is that Marauder still
I think
standing?
I just hit on something special.
Ready for orders. Move order received.
I'm gonna be behind a rock. I'm not gonna get a shot off, but that's alright. We gotta get over there so we can start getting in position. Yeah, he's running away from me.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Good to go.
Now we begin the cooldown process. We move. And invisible again.
Full throttle.
Not waste any time this time. We're gonna get down there and get into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see him anymore. Oh, fix that.
Sensors locked on.
Yes, Commander. Moving out. Affirmative.
Done. Out.
That's a kill.
Okay, that Black Widow's still out there. Where's she hiding?
I've been sensor locked.
Orders?
We have to hunt her. It's alright. I'm not in good position right now. I gotta get closer.
I copy.
We'll find her. We'll find her. Somebody blew up. Man, there's still some people alive out there. Gotta get down
Right
there.
here. Mm-hmm.
Sprint.
Confirmed.
Sprint.
Full throttle.
Standing by.
Sprint.
Let's move.
Waiting for orders.
And sprint.
Got it.
Black Widow. So there's still one of each of them out there. They're still shooting at each other. Alright, freak show's in the back. We're gonna have to. Yeah, I don't want to waste that. We gotta get who's
Commander.
closest. Recoil. Okay, so she can get within range. Right there.
Roger.
So what do we got over here? Oh, an Atlas. That's why he's still around. So we got an Atlas against the Marauder. Well, I know that Marauder's not in good shape right now. That's not even the Black Widow. That's Colin McLaren in that. Geist in this.
Target confirmed.
Took his head off. One shot. Son of a... Nighty-night. Nighty-night.
Long range
start running out of
Moving.
ammo. Some of us don't have ammo problems. Still got 5 more rounds of Gauss cannon.
Pulling the trigger. Oh, now I'm just tearing you up.
Standing by.
Still standing. I'm still standing.
Firing all weapons.
There's one tunnel marauder. Whoa. Ha. 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 That was excellent strategy, I think. It really is blind luck though, because if that landing zone would have been in our backyard instead of out there in the middle of nowhere, that could have really gone south for us too.
Mission successful.
Ooh, story content. I just realized my fan is on. Yeah, this entire long ass video, you probably can hear my fan across the room. I usually turn it off. So if you've heard some background noise, that's what it is. Steady drone of a powerful fan. Oh, look at all the goodies. Look at all the goodies. These things are so expensive. Oh, we're gonna pick them clean too. I don't know whether I'll keep that or not. I might dump it. Depends on what else they got here. I don't see any double heat sinks. That would have been nice. But definitely taking those heat banks. They're really nice. +3 hit defense for that. I'll take it. +2. I don't use that many short range missiles. +10 damage. So yeah, he's doing 35 instead of 25. That's definitely worth it. Stability damage, +2 damage. Yeah, I don't have a lot of... I would love to take that too, but we'll see. I can still get it. Yep, got it. 6 million, almost 6.5 million in scrap salvage that we picked up there in weapons and equipment. That's as much as I think I've ever seen. But it's because we get so much of it. We beat them, made enemies for life. They're gonna put this on the highlight reel when he gets back to the inner sphere. Black Widow get what she wanted. Company is melting down what's left of the Dobrev right now, but that's fine. We got what we wanted. Focus on the positive. Drinks. Mission was successful. Recovered your star charts and navigation logs, and I began the process of analyzing them for annotations and data. Annotations. How long do you think it'll take? 20 years. I'm confident that these records are at my disposal. I can begin to retrace Alexander Kerensky's exodus. In time, I will find a ship and assemble a crew and uncover what became the Starling. Well, that's a long-term objective. I was hoping for something a little more immediately substantive. Mostly tech. Wish you luck and leave you to it. Next time we're in port, we'll drop off someplace safe and you can study your maps in peace. If you do find the Star League out there, please send word back to us. She thinks there's someone out there. Boy, she is Careful what you wish for. You're being hailed again. It's Bob. Reynold Yamaguchi. I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a rather sensitive task that requires your attention. It would seem that the ISF was, how do I put it, less than satisfied with Captain Megorian's quality of it as an informant. How would you like to help me find a ship? I hate to break it to you, pal, but the odds of us ever seeing that ship again dropped to 0. Even if I told you where the derelict was, by the time you get there, all you'll find would be a glowing crater. Oh dear, that won't do at all. I was just ordered to bring the ship back to Luthien. Can you possibly tell me where you'll find the crater you just mentioned? Quarter me in sea bells and you have yourself a deal. Oh, that's hilarious. 250,000 credits for a crater. Would any of you like to come aboard my dropship for the afternoon? I'm a social creature, you see, and the closest thing to friends I have in this thrice cursed place. You could play baccarat. I even have a cask on. What did he say? I have a cask of fine liquor. Why the hell not? I think his crew's earned it. Sure, why not? We're a bunch of pirates. Pirates like their rum. So this was the ending that we needed to get before the end of the game. This is the story ending that we were looking for. See, if I could have gotten that completed before the end, and that, really, I just missed it by about a month. We're legends. This is what I've been waiting for. Tech. Finally got a Black Knight. I almost got one of those in scrap, but it didn't come my way. Yeah, it's some missiles I could carry. I want something cool. This is just beefed up stuff I can get at any port. I want some clan tech. I want some Star League tech. I want something special. The Black Knight's nice. It's a full mech. It's not It's not piecemeal, but that's disappointing.
That deck you asked for is cleared for fighting.
It's a 75-ton heavy mech. Dedicated energy platform. Shell out hellish damage. Shrug off a hell of a lot too. Just make sure you keep the heat in check. And that leaves me with what I want to send down if I want to include it. I haven't been using either one of these. And I think that's where I'm going to stop it because it's been a long recording. I'm going to keep playing, but that's the end of the story. I don't think there's going to be anything exciting for a while. Thanks for watching, if any of you are still here.